You've been looking in the mirror every single morning, but you don't even see yourself. You think you see yourself, but you only see your fears, your past, your mistakes, your excuses. You walk around with your head down, apologizing to the world for even being here, waiting for someone else to tell you that you matter. You want the world to validate you before you validate yourself. You want people to see your value before you see your own value. That's why you're stuck, and that's why nothing changes. You think it's about your environment. You think it's about your parents, your boss, your lack of resources, your circumstances. You think it's about your education, about the fact that you're from a small town, about your skin color, about what they said about you, about what they didn't say about you. But it's never been about them. It's always been about you. It's about what you see when you close your eyes, and it's just you and God and your breath and your thoughts and that little whisper telling you what you're capable of. The problem is you've been seeing yourself through a cracked lens. You see yourself through pain, through trauma, through doubt, through a lifetime of people telling you what you can't do, telling you you're not enough, telling you you're too much, telling you to be realistic, telling you to calm down, telling you to shrink, telling you to fit in. And you bought it. You believe them because it was easier to let them define you than to stand up and define yourself. Because if you define yourself, now you have no excuses. If you define yourself, now you're accountable. You've been hiding. You've been hiding in laziness and procrastination and distraction and people pleasing and fear of failure and fear of judgment and fear of success. You've been hiding because if you truly saw yourself as you were designed, you would scare yourself with what you're capable of. If you truly saw yourself, you would never settle again. You would never play small again. You would never beg for crumbs again. You would never complain again. If you truly saw yourself, you would move different. You would walk different. You would wake up different. You would speak different. You would demand different. You would expect different. I need you to understand something. You were not put on this earth to be average. You were not put on this earth to survive, to get by, to pay bills and die. You were put on this earth to dominate the gift God gave you, to serve others with the strength you have, to inspire with the story you live in, to show up every day with excellence, with fire, with purpose, with relentless energy, with gratitude. You were put here to multiply, to grow, to evolve, to break curses, to set a new standard for everyone who comes after you. You keep waiting for motivation. You keep waiting for permission. You keep waiting for everything to be perfect. You keep waiting for someone to pick you. Let me tell you, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to give you the life you want. No one is coming to tell you that you're enough. You have to look in the mirror and tell yourself you're enough. And then you have to prove it every single day by how you move, by how you grind, by how you talk to yourself when no one else is around, by how you show up when you're tired, by how you respond when you fail. You keep thinking you need more resources, but what you need is more resourcefulness. You keep thinking you need more time, but what you need is more discipline. You keep thinking you need a new environment, but what you need is a new mindset. You keep thinking you need someone to believe in you, but what you need is to believe in yourself so deeply that nothing can shake you, so deeply that you become unstoppable, so deeply that your actions speak so loud that the world can't ignore you. This will change the way you see yourself forever when you finally decide to own who you are, to own your story, to own your scars, to own your greatness, to own your flaws, to own your grind, to own your vision, to own your power. When you finally decide to stop shrinking, to stop apologizing for your ambition, to stop caring about who doesn't get it, to stop dimming your light because it makes other people uncomfortable. When you finally decide to see yourself as worthy, as chosen, as capable, as powerful as enough, you've spent your whole life looking in the mirror and you think you see yourself, but what you see is everything you've been through, everything they said about you, every moment you felt like you weren't enough, every failure that made you question yourself, every disappointment that made you shrink. You see yourself through the lens of your past and you wonder why you can't move forward, why you can't step into the life you say you want, why you keep doubting yourself, why you keep hesitating when it's time to take action, why you keep playing small when you know there's something bigger calling you. You keep replaying old conversations in your mind. You keep replaying your mistakes. You keep replaying who you used to be. And every time you try to take a step toward the life you know you're supposed to live, you hear those voices telling you to stay where you are, to stay safe, to stay hidden. You don't even realize that every time you focus on who you were, you rob yourself of who you're supposed to become. You are so focused on what went wrong that you can't see what could go right if you just believe you are capable, if you just believe you are worthy, if you just believe that everything you went through was building you for something greater. You think your past defines you, but your past was only designed to refine you, to sharpen you, to teach you, to grow you, to reveal to you the strength you never knew you had, to push you into a level of hunger and discipline that people who never struggled will never understand. You keep trying to avoid your past, trying to forget it, trying to bury it, trying to run from it. But you don't understand that the very thing you're trying to run from is the exact thing that is going to give you the fuel to keep going when it gets hard, when you feel alone, when you feel like giving up, when you feel like you don't have anything left in you. You don't understand that your pain was never meant to break you. It was meant to wake you up, to force you to look at yourself, to realize that you're still here, to realize that you survived what was supposed to take you out, to realize that there's a reason you made it through what other people couldn't, to realize that you have something inside of you that is bigger than your circumstances, bigger than your fears, bigger than your failures. You've been conditioned to think that your past disqualifies you, but your past qualifies you to speak, to lead, to inspire, to create, to build, to help others, to be the example of what is possible when you decide that your past will no longer control your future. You've been letting your past control your identity, letting your past tell you what you're capable of, letting your past dictate what you believe about yourself, letting your past keep you in cycles of self-sabotage, procrastination, doubt, fear, and insecurity. But there is a moment where you have to decide that you're done letting what happened define who you are. You're done letting old stories limit your vision. You're done letting old mistakes control your actions. You're done letting what they said about you keep you quiet. You're done letting your old environment shape your expectations for your life. There is a version of you that is waiting for you to stop seeing yourself through who you were and start seeing yourself through who you can become, through the potential that you've buried under excuses, under fear, under pain, under comparison, under opinions, under rejection, under laziness, under comfort, under distractions, under a mindset that was never yours to begin with, a mindset that you inherited from people who gave up on their dreams, a mindset that you adopted from an environment that wasn't built for your future, a mindset that was shaped by survival instead of purpose, is a mindset that has kept you from seeing the greatness that has always been inside of you. You keep waiting for someone to give you permission to go after what you want, waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to dream bigger, to want more, to expect more, to step outside of what's normal for everyone around you, waiting for someone to validate your vision before you take the first step, waiting for your family to support you, for your friends to understand you, for the world to clap for you before you even start, waiting for the perfect moment when everything feels right, when the fear goes away, when you have all the information, when you feel ready. But the truth is that moment is never coming, because the permission you are waiting for can only come from you. The validation you think you need is something you have to give yourself every single day. The approval you think you need from the world is the same approval you refuse to give yourself every time you talk yourself out of taking action, every time you hesitate to speak up, every time you shrink when you feel your own power rising inside you, every time you let fear convince you to stay comfortable, every time you care more about fitting in than standing out, every time you worry about what they will think instead of what you will become, every time you put your dreams on hold to make everyone else comfortable, every time you silence yourself to keep the peace, every time you downplay your goals so you don't make others feel insecure, every time you wait for them to understand your hunger before you allow yourself to pursue it fully, every time you think you need a crowd to believe in you before you believe in yourself, every time you think you need someone to tell you you're worthy when you were born worthy, every time you think you need someone to choose you when you were created for this moment, every time you think you need them to clap for you before you decide to clap for yourself. You have to understand that your purpose is your responsibility. Your gift is your responsibility. Your potential is your responsibility. Your energy, your discipline, your mindset, your actions, your habits, your focus, all of it is your responsibility. And no one is going to give you permission to live in your purpose, because it's not their job to give you that. It's your job to take it, to own it, to step into it, regardless of who understands it, regardless of who supports it, regardless of who claps for you, regardless of who doubts you, regardless of who walks away from you, because they can't handle the level you're stepping into, regardless of how uncomfortable it makes people when you refuse to settle, when you refuse to stay in the box they created for you, when you refuse to shrink your vision to match their insecurities, when you refuse to apologize for wanting to be excellent in everything you do, when you refuse to play small to make them feel big, when you refuse to silence your ambition to fit in with people who gave up on theirs, when you refuse to dim your light so others don't feel exposed, when you refuse to slow down your progress so others don't feel left behind. You don't need permission to outgrow environments that no longer align with your future. You don't need permission to set boundaries that protect your energy and focus. You don't need permission to say no to things that no longer align with the person you are becoming. You don't need permission to change, to evolve, to pivot, to start over, to reinvent yourself, to pursue excellence, to demand more from yourself, to hold yourself accountable to your potential, to do the work required to become the person you see in your vision, to take risks that scare you, to invest in yourself when others don't see the value in it, to believe in yourself when you have no evidence yet, to trust the process even when it feels lonely, to keep moving even when the results are not instant, to speak your goals out loud, even when they sound crazy to everyone else. You keep telling yourself that one day someone is going to come and rescue you from your situation, that one day someone will show up and give you the opportunity you've been waiting for, that one day someone will see your worth and put you in the position you want, that one day someone will hand you the resources you need, that one day someone will believe in you so much that it will finally give you the courage to believe in yourself, that one day someone will clear the obstacles out of your way so you can finally move forward, that one day someone will open the door you've been staring at for years, that one day someone will give you the discipline you keep telling yourself you don't have, that one day someone will give you the energy to get up early, to train harder, to study longer, to be more focused, to be more consistent, that one day someone will take away your distractions so you can finally lock in, that one day someone will help you build your dreams while you sleep, that one day someone will come along and push you so you don't have to push yourself. But the truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to do the work for you. No one is coming to drag you out of your comfort zone. No one is coming to make you get up at 5 a.m. when your body wants to stay in bed. No one is coming to force you to say no to the things that drain your energy. No one is coming to make you turn off the television and get to work on your goals. No one is coming to force you to eat clean. No one is coming to force you to train when you don't feel like it. No one is coming to force you to master your craft in the dark while everyone else is being entertained. No one is coming to force you to build discipline brick by brick. No one is coming to hold your hand and carry you to your purpose. No one is coming to take responsibility for your potential. No one is coming to give you the mindset you need to win. No one is coming to build the habits for you. No one is coming to fix your attitude. No one is coming to manage your time for you. No one is coming to care about your dreams more than you do. No one is coming to remove your fear. No one is coming to silence the doubt inside your head. No one is coming to protect your vision. No one is coming to keep you accountable when you refuse to keep yourself accountable. No one is coming to change your life for you because it's not their job. It's yours. You keep waiting for the right mentor, the right partnership, the right investor, the right relationship, the right environment, the right timing, the right motivation, the right energy, the right support, the right day, the right moment. But the truth is, the right moment is the one you decide to get up and do something about your life. The moment you decide that you are tired of repeating the same year over and over. The moment you decide you will no longer live beneath your potential. The moment you decide that your dreams are non-negotiable. The moment you decide that you will be the one to break the cycle in your family. The moment you decide that you will not pass down your excuses to the next generation. The moment you decide that you will show up for yourself, even when no one else shows up for you. The moment you decide you will push yourself when you don't feel like it. The moment you decide you will believe in yourself when there is no evidence yet. The moment you decide to be consistent, even when the results are not instant. The moment you decide you will do it scared, you will do it tired, you will do it under-resourced. You will do it alone if you have to. You will do it while you are learning. You will do it while you are doubting. You will do it while you are uncomfortable. You will do it while you are becoming who you need to be to carry the vision that was placed inside of you. You keep telling yourself that if you could just move to a better environment, if you could just get around different people, if you could just find a place where people understand your dreams, where people don't pull you down, where people don't gossip, where people don't settle for average, where people have ambition, where people push each other to be better, where people celebrate discipline and consistency, where people value growth over comfort, where people wake up with intention, where people don't complain about Monday, where people don't waste time, where people don't drain your energy. If you could just get to that environment, you would finally become the person you know you can be. But the truth is, your mindset is your environment, And you take that environment with you wherever you go. You take your mindset into every room you enter. You take your mindset into every opportunity you get. You take your mindset into every relationship you build. You take your mindset into every challenge you face. You take your mindset into every level you step into. And if your mindset is filled with excuses, you will find excuses in every environment. If your mindset is filled with fear, you will find fear in every environment. If your mindset is filled with doubt, you will find reasons to doubt yourself in every environment. If your mindset is filled with negativity, you will find something to complain about in every environment. If your mindset is filled with procrastination, you will find ways to delay your progress in every environment. If your mindset is filled with comparison, you will find reasons to feel behind in every environment. If your mindset is filled with a victim mentality, you will find reasons to blame others in every environment. If your mindset is filled with laziness, you will find ways to avoid the work in every environment. If your mindset is focused on limitations, you will see limitations everywhere you go. If your mindset is focused on what you can't do, you will see obstacles in every environment. If your mindset is focused on the opinions of others, you will shrink in every environment. If your mindset is focused on the past, you will carry the past into every new environment. You can change your city. You can change your job. You can change your circle. You can change your daily routine. But if you don't change your mindset, you will sabotage every opportunity. You will drain every relationship. You will miss every moment to grow. You will waste the potential you keep saying you want to fulfill. You will stay stuck in cycles that keep you exactly where you are. You will look for someone else to blame when it doesn't work out. You will find a reason to complain about the new environment. You will find something wrong with every situation. You will focus on what's missing instead of what's possible. You will carry the same small thinking into bigger spaces and wonder why you don't feel different. You will carry the same fear into bigger stages and wonder why you can't speak up. You will carry the same doubt into bigger opportunities and wonder why you freeze when it's time to execute. You will carry the same habits into bigger responsibilities and wonder why you can't handle the weight. You will carry the same lack of discipline into new seasons and wonder why you keep falling off. You will carry the same mindset into new blessings and wonder why you don't feel fulfilled. You will carry the same limitations into bigger platforms and wonder why you can't grow. You think you need a new environment, but what you need is a mind that is disciplined, a mind that is focused, a mind that is positive, a mind that is committed, a mind that is grateful, a mind that is solution oriented, a mind that is consistent, a mind that is built on faith, a mind that is clear on vision, a mind that is obsessed with execution, a mind that is resilient, a mind that does not fold under pressure, a mind that embraces discomfort, a mind that understands the power of time, a mind that protects its energy, a mind that is unstoppable because it is rooted in purpose and accountability. You wake up every day thinking you're here just to get by, to pay bills, to survive, to do what everyone else is doing, to blend in, to follow the rules they gave you, to live safe, to avoid failing, to avoid looking foolish, to avoid standing out, to avoid making people uncomfortable, to avoid stepping on toes, to avoid disappointing people who never took risks themselves, to avoid being different, to avoid being seen. You think you're here just to take what life gives you, to accept what you were handed, to accept the limitations that were placed on you, to accept the environment you were born into, to accept the mindset that was given to you, to accept the story others wrote about you, to accept the labels others placed on you, to accept the pain you went through as your identity, to accept the struggle as your permanent reality, to accept the bare minimum as enough for you, to accept average as your standard, to accept fear as your ceiling, to accept excuses as your language, to accept complaining as your habit, to accept doubt as your companion, to accept procrastination as your pattern, to accept distractions as your lifestyle, to accept comfort as your God, to accept mediocrity as your destiny. But you were not placed on this earth to survive. You were placed on this earth to dominate the gift you were given, to master your craft, to build the discipline required to unlock your next level, to wake up with a vision so clear that no setback can shake you, to move with intention so strong that no rejection can break you, to execute with consistency so relentless that the world has no choice but to notice, to carry yourself with gratitude so deep that every moment becomes an opportunity, to push yourself with hunger so aggressive that comfort becomes uncomfortable for you, to become so focused on your calling that distractions lose their power over you, to move with such excellence that mediocrity feels like disrespect to your potential, to hold yourself accountable at a level that excuses can't live in your mind, to commit to your development so seriously that your future self would thank you, to sharpen your mind so your environment cannot limit you, to train your body so your energy can match your vision, to protect your time so you can build what you say you want, to master your emotions so you can lead yourself when no one else will, to build a mindset so unshakable that storms become your training ground, to create value so powerful that people's lives change because you showed up to execute on your purpose so fully that your presence leaves impact in every room you walk into, to multiply your talent so you can serve others with abundance, to inspire those around you to rise because you chose to rise, to break cycles because you refuse to live in survival mode, to rewrite your family's story because you decided enough is enough, to build something that outlives you because you understand your life is bigger than you, to leave a mark because you refuse to leave this world the way you found it, to build habits that match your goals, to build relationships that align with your purpose, to build systems that free your time, to build faith that anchors you, to build skills that separate you, to build a character that sustains you, to build a consistency that compounds for you, to build a legacy that blesses others, to build a mindset that carries you through seasons when motivation is nowhere to be found, to build a level of self-respect that forces you to keep your word to yourself, to build a work ethic that becomes a weapon against mediocrity, to build a standard so high that it demands the best from you daily, to build a vision so alive inside you that you can see it when your eyes are closed, to build a future that requires your best self to show up every day, to build a life that looks like the dreams you've been seeing for years, to build a faith that fuels your discipline when feelings fade, to build a mission so clear that every action has purpose, to build yourself into the person who can carry the weight of the vision you've been entrusted with.